Greetings, Internet. Welcome to Aaron Plays, and I hope you're doing fantastically well. This is my continued playthrough, along with Brendan Clark, of Heartbreak Ridge from Fields of Fire, the Deluxe Edition. So we did turn 1 in the previous episode, and we're doing turn 2 in this episode. And we're going to go through sequence of play in a fair bit of detail as we go along. So I'm not going to waffle on here for too long. Let's go down the map and see what is going on. Okay, so I'm bringing Brendan into the game now. Hello, Brendan, aka Captain Cherry.
Yeah, back again. Hi guys, I hope you're going to enjoy this second video that we're doing for turn 2.
Yeah, now one of the things that the captain pointed out is that we forgot or forgoed the target acquisition week marker that we could have placed.
Well, yeah, I forgot to place it, so like President Truman, I've got a sign on my desk saying the buck stops with the first sergeant.
Typical. So we're going to start. We'll delve into turn 2.
Yeah.
So the first thing on there is we have to do a friendly hire HQ event. So
Yeah.
see if we've got one. So if you want to draw a card,
Sure. Okay.
and let's see if it's got what we're looking for or not looking for, depending on where you look at it, is in this is what we were talking about. Little pawn, there we go. Place it on there. If there was a HQ radio sitting there, we would have drawn a HQ event. Yes.
Right.
Captain Cherry did come up with an excellent idea, which is because it's sometimes difficult to see where we can place these pawns, mine being the red because I've got the red hand, blue being the blue because he's got the blue hand, we can highlight which card we're actually actioning. And I think it's such an excellent idea that I'm going to actually bring it in on the other videos I have on my Fields of Fire. And in fact, I might do it on every game I have on Tabletop Simulator, because I thought that was excellent, because I could actually plonk it exactly where I wanted on the card to show where I'm looking for. So Captain Cherry, you've just earned yourself a promotion.
That's where you see the icon for the radio would be right there where you place the pawn.
That's it.
Yeah.
I thought that was extremely useful. Anyway, we are on an offensive mission, which is daylight. Friendly hate command phase is next, and in that phase, our battalion commander contacts you and activates you.
Yep. So I then, if I recall, I've got to draw a card.
No, you
but I need to
turn yourself on the command display.
Right, okay, so let's do that. First of all, let's get my pawn up here. Just up here.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got to flip this over.
Yeah, that's it.
And that's, you can use F, can't you, in
that's
this?
It.
Yeah.
So that shows that they've spent their command to activate you, so you're ready to go. And then it is the command HQ impulse, and that is that's where you draw a card.
Okay.
And, right, so you've got 3.
So it looks like I've got 3 commands, yeah?
Yeah. Now, there are modifiers to that. So
yes,
you've got the modifiers you're green. I'm trying to remember where the modifiers are.
Yes, I'm green here. Command limitations, yeah.
Okay. There we go. You're green. Are you undercover? No, you're on the HC staging area, so there's nothing there. And current activity is no contact, so it's +1. So it's net -1 and +1 leaves you at 3.
Right, okay. So I need to dish out these orders.
Yeah.
So thinking about where...
Well, let's move you there first.
Yeah.
So you've got 3 orders.
Yeah, so... Yep, absolutely, that's where I should be here. So I've only got 3 orders, so I want to obviously activate the platoons that we want to be going forward. We know that first platoon is going to be kind of in reserve.
Yeah.
So I want to activate second and third platoons. So I need to activate their commands, don't I?
Yeah.
So that's first. We need to... There's second, so I've flipped this over.
Yeah.
And then third platoon, I'll bring it out. And so second platoon has already got banked two orders, so it will
Right.
go up to 3, won't it?
No, you will draw when we decide to
Okay.
move and do stuff with second platoon. Then we will draw a card and see how many commands it gets.
Oh yeah, that's correct. So now I'm going to flip third platoon.
That leaves you with
And
one. And can I recommend either the sergeant or the XO? Because
yeah, that's what I was thinking.
The staff
Yeah.
members only get one if they're not activated.
Activated
But if
in
they
the
are
general
activated,
initiative.
that's it's not. It's in the initiative. The general initiative is when anybody
Yes.
can activate. But in their
Yeah,
own
that's
initiative,
right.
if they're not given command, they only get one order, no matter what their quality.
Exactly.
Meanwhile, if
Instead of
we
drawing
do
a card.
that's right. But if we do activate
Yeah.
them, they can get a good result, and then they can hopefully bank it as well.
Right. So before I give a command to the XO for the company or the company first sergeant, I want to look at where they are, actually, on which cards they are, and
Right. Well, the XO is here,
yeah.
and the sergeant is here.
Right. Okay.
The sergeant has a radio, as denoted
Yeah.
on here,
Yeah.
and the XO's got a radio. So you are in communication with all of them because you've got line of sight to them. Because we are unfortunately carrying around these pieces of crap from Normandy, army surplus gear, which we're actually having to use. So
I'm going to opt for the company first sergeant because of where he is.
okay.
So because he's on this card here, so I want to activate him. So therefore, I will go over and flip his counter.
Yeah.
So first sergeant is just extract him from this pile.
Yeah.
If I can. There we go.
Flip
Flip him. Whoops.
Whoops. And
There
then
we
because
go.
you've now used all 3 orders, you put yourself
In there.
in the
Yeah,
top there.
activation's completed.
That's
Yeah.
it. And then get flipped. And he's done.
Right.
Okay, so we're
Thank you.
now into the platoon HQ CO staff impulse. Now, in this impulse, we can choose which one we want to activate first, and it also includes the sergeant within that mix. When we activate under initiative, which first platoon will be and the XO will be, it has to be the platoons before the staff
First.
members.
Yeah, I remember that from last turn.
Yeah.
Okay. So I would suggest that you are in command of second platoon, are you?
I'm in charge of third platoon, your second platoon, because they've got a blue side to them.
So let's go with third platoon first.
Third platoon first. Right, okay. So
that's going to be...
they are led by, where are they? There they are. Lieutenant Hibbert, who's green, draws a card. Look.
Wow.
That's how you do it, sir. That's how you do it. You pay attention in the lessons. Right. So he gets 6 commands, and he's green, but it's still no contact, so those 2 cancel out. So he keeps 6 commands, so that takes him to 7. Now he can only spend 6 of them because it's daylight.
Daylight.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he can only save a maximum of 3. So he could use 6, leaving him with 1, or, which I might attempt to do if I can, just spend 4, leaving him with 3 for the times that he doesn't draw a 6. You know, the lessons he missed, shall we say.
Right.
So also the other thing I'm trying to avoid doing is moving. I want the dice. I want the dice. I was just about to say.
Yeah, I know. I snatched it because you're going to record how many activations you used for him, aren't you?
That's it. I'm going to move that down here, and
okay.
So I can, and I put it close to where they are. So again, there's a visual reminder for the viewers,
for you,
and for me, yes. Because when I'm playing this on my own, I have a little dice sitting on my keyboard. Or next to my keyboard, and just count it down rather than keep flipping back and forth as I move the counter down. Okay, so 6 commands. Now we've got to remember we can't move diagonally in this, so I can't even move diagonally from here, from the staging area onto the map. So I've got to move. Now the best cover we determined last time, it was this, wasn't it? It's got that +3.
+3.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just re-familiarising myself with the terrain. So we've got this is the ridge itself. It's quite +2, so that's at level technically 3. That's at level 2. That's at level 1. So open ground, and then it all rises up again towards this side, doesn't it? Yes, it does. Okay. Well, our objective is way back here. Yeah, we've got to get a move on. It's platoon. Right. Don't want everybody rushing up, but I will be moving up the machine gun team. So I'm moving them or telling them to go into cover, and they have to go exposed because we haven't got a volume of fire to try and infiltrate with. So there he is, exposed. That takes that. 5. Okay. All right, with 5 remaining, I think we need to move another squad up there. So he's got a full squad with him, who are a veteran. Oh, this is platoon, isn't it? Yes. For a moment, I got a panic. I thought, oh. Okay, so that's another command gone. So it takes it to 4 remaining. And they are also exposed. Then he looks over at the XO and says, you bring up the rest of the platoon when we're clear. And he moves into that cover himself. Becomes exposed. That means he's now got 3 orders remaining. Right, so we're on this card now.
So can they all get into that cover, Aaron?
Well, you can have as many people as you want in the cover, but if it gets targeted by any incoming or a grenade, anything that goes boom, effectively, it means that anything over 3 steps becomes a negative modifier. So I think we've got, what, in the present moment there, 3, 4, 5, 6 steps in there. So that'd be a -3. So this is his next order. Now he's got them in cover. Is he's going to ask the squad, wherever they are, that one there, to look for the additional... Oh, there's only one cover on that card.
Yeah, there's only one.
Oh, there's only one. Oh, I was looking at the 2. Yeah, there's only one cover.
Quite exposed.
Okay.
This is what you're referring to here. Is that one there?
The little bush. Yes.
Yeah.
You draw 2 cards when you're looking for cover, but the maximum cover has already been found. Okay. So, well, hopefully nothing goes boom while we're on there. And it shouldn't do, because he's now going to tell this team to move forward and press into the open on here. Okay.
That's the team that was already there in that card.
That's it. He tells them, because they're not exposed, to make themselves exposed, moving up to that card there. So away they go. So they're now exposed.
And that's 4 orders, isn't it?
That's 4 he's used. Yes, he's down to 2.
Yeah.
So, right. At that point, I'm just going to neaten this up a little bit because it looks like a dog's breakfast. There we go. And with 2 left of these 6, that means he's used 4 up. That will then take him to 3 on here, which he will bank.
Right.
All right. Does that all sort of make sense?
Yeah. Okay. So it comes to second platoon.
Second platoon.
Right.
Which
so I will.
Second platoon.
I'll flip
there.
That, and I will pull a card. So put the card down here. And we got 4, as we can see.
Okay. Again, and no contact. And he is.
He's green.
He's green as well, is he?
Yeah. So we get 4 orders.
Lieutenant Gordon.
And he's got 2 already.
Yeah.
Because he'd banked 2, so he would be up to 6 then.
Okay. Let me put
Yeah.
Let me put your little dice to 6.
Yeah. Okay.
Now,
so
I must admit, I didn't name him after Flash Gordon. I named him after the sort of punk rock song, if anyone knows that one. Gordon is a moron. Do you remember that?
Right. Yeah. Yes, I do. Okay, so second platoon.
Yeah.
I need to look at my squads here for second platoon, see what their quality is. The second platoon. So it's second squad. So thirds.
Now, if you
squad
hover
is-
over the counter, it actually has their quality in the bracket after them. So this particular squad that I'm looking at
does it?
there, it's got line. This
Oh yeah, cool. Okay. Okay, right. So, so the platoon commander is going to issue a command to second squad or second platoon to go forward onto this card here.
Mhm.
So we will move it, and of course, when it moves, it's going to become exposed. So I'll move it up, and I'll flip it. I don't flip it, do I?
No,
just
might,
there's a
right click,
is it?
right click, and it brings up the word exposed.
Oh right, okay, fine. See it.
There you go.
Cool. That's one order. So he's going to then order forward the heavy machine gun to go forward as well.
The 50 cal.
The 50 cal. Yeah, that's right.
Nice bit.
So they will go forward.
And they get marked.
And I will. There you go. Two.
Now, what that
And
means, well, just as, as an aside for anyone if they're not sure, is if you look at the details on that counter, it's got the H, which means it gives out heavy fire support, but that arrow means it won't be able to fire whilst it's marked exposed. So even if an enemy pops up on this card here or whatever, he can't fire at it whilst he's exposed. You know?
Yeah. Okay. And then he's going to order forward second squad. Oh, sorry, third squad of this platoon forward as well. So they will go forward.
Okay.
And they will become exposed. Back here on this card.
Yep.
Back here. He's also going to go forward himself.
Okay.
So I'll move him forward and he will become exposed as well.
Correct. So he's got 2 orders remaining.
2, 3. Yeah, 2 orders remaining. Now, he wants to look for cover.
Yeah.
Or he wants one of them to for orders to be given, doesn't he?
So he could rally the pin dude.
Correct?
Sorry, I didn't quite hear what you said there.
Yeah.
He could rally the pin dude, or he can get any of these other people to look for cover.
Right. He wants the HMG weapons team to look for cover.
Okay.
So that will be his 5th order.
Yep.
So he's down to 1 now. And so I draw a card for that.
Yep. You're drawing 3 cards, looking for the word cover.
No. And the HMG weapons team is line, so I don't suppose there's any modifiers for that.
No modifiers. So you're looking at that number 3 there.
Yeah,
which
exactly.
means my platoon keeps getting knocked over.
Okay. Okay, so we're looking for the word cover. Here we go with the card draw. 1, rally, cover. We got it.
You draw the other card as well. You always draw them.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah. I'll just get the cover for you. There you go.
Rally.
Right. So he moves into the cover for free. Okay.
Yeah.
And he doesn't get any what you don't get.
He's still exposed though.
Yeah, he'll always be exposed. Yeah, because and if you fail to find cover, he wouldn't have got any worse. You never get you don't get exposed. So you've got one order.
But when you're in combat, sorry, Aaron, go on.
I was going to say when
one order, yeah.
Yeah, you've got 1 order remaining,
which he will bank.
He will bank.
So this is second platoon. So I will bring him down to here.
Okay. So that then takes us to the first sergeant.
Yes.
Right, the first sergeant,
and that's Sergeant
Wilson, the long-suffering Sergeant Wilson. he will. He's veteran, so he'll draw a card.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, he's not that interested at the moment because he just drew a 2 on the card here. So 2 plus 1 because we're still at no contact, 3, and because he's veteran, he gets another one. That's 4, and he's got 1 remaining from last time, so he's on 5. Okay.
Right.
So let's get the little dice set down. 5. I want to bank quite a few of these to be honest. So he's not going to use them all now. Looking at the situation, you've got, he's going to join the second Mr. Gordon on that card. So that'll be his first order. He'll move on to the card itself. Be marked exposed. Now,
I ask a quick question about the stacking limit on a card.
16.
It's 16 steps, isn't it?
Right. Yeah.
Is that right? So how many steps have we got here?
Right now, in this module, it can show us. If we highlight the card, I think it was button 1. There you go. There are 9 friendly steps selected. You see that in the top there? I'll press it again. So what I did there.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So if anyone else is using Tabletop Simulator, you do like a box around the card, so everything's highlighted. Then you press on the number pad, the number 1, and it tells you how many steps you got on there.
Oh, cool.
Also shows you in the bottom menu bar right at the bottom of the screen. So again, if I do that on that card there, press the 1 button. There are 5 friendly steps on that card, and in fact, there's 5 friendly steps in that cover.
Okay, that's cool.
Okay, now
that's really handy to have.
It is. I totally agree. Now I've got to remember that we've got a pin dude here who's paralysed. So ideally, we want him to come back so he can get rallied out of the way. That's probably one thing he wants to do. But also, we've got a lot of guys on the cover here. So, sorry, he's only got 1 guy in the cover. He wants to get some more guys in the cover. Now, that's why he couldn't move into the cover himself, because he wants to be in verbal and visual communication. You've got to be in the same location on the card. The cover is one location. Everything that's not in the cover is in a different location. So to be able to move people into the cover, he had to not go into the cover himself. So he wants to order one of the squads. You sent 2 squads up, didn't you? So he's going to order the big, the smaller of the 2 squads. They've only got 2 steps, and he orders them. Whoop, picked himself up there. I want to go in the cover myself. You can't. Get back. Right. So there they go. They're in the cover as well, and that takes them down to 4 orders remaining. Okay. Now, with regard to the paralysed, he could try and eat. In fact, he could rally him himself. The pin will be, because there's no volume of fire on this card at the present moment, the pin will come off at one of the latter stages of the turn. But he could spend 2 orders, he could remove the pin and it will come off automatically because there's no volume of fire. And then he could change the paralysed into a litter team using 2 orders. Right. Is that worth it? I'm not too sure. Because again, I'd like to bank these. If he brings him back to this card here, someone else could, either the company commander could move on to this card to rally him, or the EXO could move over to the card and rally him. So,
but for the company commander to move over, he's going to have to expend an order, isn't he?
That is quite correct, yes. So, as I say,
and that's really, is that what we want the company commander to be doing? To be rallying 1 squad?
No.
No.
But I do want to get them. They're on the card already. Might as well keep them there. Okay. Yeah. So the sergeant removes their pins. So that takes them down to 3 orders remaining.
Right.
And then changes them from a pulls of that team. No. Got a state marker. There we go. Takes them to a litter team. That takes them down to 2 orders remaining.
Right.
Now I think. Let me just check. Some of these modules. Missions give you extra experience points if you take a casualty from a low status such as paralyzed back up to a fire
Should we take a
team.
time out here for the rules so we can just check the rules?
That is an excellent point, and I can have a sup of tea as well. Right, we're back in the room. Okay. So yeah, basically, if we are burning through orders, I've converted the. I've got removed the pin, which is automatically, because there's no volume of fire. I've then changed the paralysed team to a litter team, which again is automatic because there's no volume of fire. But that's 2 orders, and they're different orders on the chart, so they're, as I've said, free. In the sense, I don't have to draw a card for them, and because of separate entries on the action card, I'm allowed to do that. I can't say there was a volume of fire on there, and they were pinned, and I would have to draw 2 cards to try and unpin them, and I failed. I can't then reorder them to try and become unpinned in the same impulse because they've already tried. But because these are different orders on the track, I'm going to now take that litter team and I'm going to convert that to a fire team. Whereas state goes to a fire team. There they are. That takes him down to 1 order remaining. Where's my dice gone? State there is rotation. It takes him to 1. What that also does, and I even put a little blue marker here, we have successfully rallied a paralysed stroke litter team to a fire team or assault team. So we will gain 1 experience point for that at the end of the scenario.
Where's your blue marker?
It's on the card. Sorry, I'm over here on the action card.
Oh, right, okay.
Over here. Okay, which is where I keep track of all the experience before fiddling around in the actual log sheet. I record everything on here. So if we did that again, what I'll do, I'll just clone that blue marker.
Right.
To show that we've done it twice. Okay. And experience points, I mean, that 1 experience point would change a green to a line unit. So it's always worth to do if you've got the commands floating, and the sergeant did. Now he's got 1 command remaining. He's going to bank that for next time, just in case the company commander decides to stitch him up with no actual orders next time. Would he do that? Would he do that? Right, so we're now into the initiative segments. And the first initiative segment is the Platoon HQ initiative impulse. And that is First Platoon.
Which would be First Platoon.
Which is the red guys here who I'm in command of.
Yes.
So the reserve. Right. Now, where's me little red? There he is. We're looking at the 2 number there rather than the 3.
Yeah.
Okay, so he gets 2. He's Lieutenant Fitzpatrick. He is a line commander, so he gets no modifier for that, and we're still at no contact, so he gets +1. So he actually gets 3 orders to add to the 1 he got remaining. So he's now on 4. So I'm going to set the little dice next to him to 4. Okay, I've got to remember it's a 4. There we go. Right. Now, because he drew so badly last time on the first turn, he did nothing. He sat on his butt doing nothing. Well, that's why we've got nobody on this card. So now, Lieutenant Fitzpatrick, get your arse in gear. So he's going to take from... We want someone we want smoke. So it's going to be smoke. Just in case. So he's going to tell third squad to detach a lat team. Pull a lat team, which is automatically done as an assault, but then you can modify it if you so wish. That will then take him down to 3 orders remaining.
Right.
Okay. He then tells them to move up into that gully drop. Not the artillery commander, necessarily. The assault team.
That was a forward observer. Stay back.
Okay, so they're marked exposed. He's going to have got 2 orders remaining, and I don't think we need him to do anything more at the present moment. I think that's fine. Okay, so always 4.
Captain Cherry is a thought here, and he was wondering about getting the RT forward observing officer, forward observer to get over to here so they can move on to this card in another turn because that's a higher elevation? What do you reckon?
We could do that under general initiative when we get to it.
Okay, all right.
We could do that, but we might have a lot of contenders for what we want to do under the general initiative.
Okay.
But it is valid because we can't move diagonally onto there. What could be useful is actually moves onto this card. Don't click the button at the same time. Yeah, onto this card after the potential contact's been resolved, and then he could move sideways onto this one.
Yeah. Okay.
He might, because if we bring him on here now, that potential contact could be a sniper, and he'd be able to really shoot.
No, we don't want to risk him. He's important asset.
He is important. So it depends on how many orders we get for the general initiative, because the assault teams that we've just moved forward on here might want to be popping smoke, or the one that's over there might think,
do.
Yeah, this is very exposed.
Okay.
So you might want to look for cover as well. So we'll see how much general initiative we get. Right, so the staff impulse, this is the XO, who is here. Because he wasn't giving any initiative commands, he only gets one order. He's now on 2.
Yeah, he doesn't draw a card.
He doesn't draw a card, that's correct. Now the question is, do we bank it? Do we really need to move any of these guys forward at the moment? I would suggest no. Do we need him on this card here? I would suggest not at the moment. So what might be useful is what you were talking about, is if we move him onto here, he's then ready to give an order to the forward officer if they can move across. So next turn they can move him forward.
But he's not in the same space or on the same card as an artillery forward observer, is he?
But if we get the R over to here in the initiative, he can move him forward in the next turn to there.
Okay, all right.
Okay, so he's then ready for him. He's not really necessary on this card. Here, he could... Because, all right, that's another thing I need to explain. Moving between cards in your staging area doesn't mark you exposed.
Yeah, that's right.
So he technically could move to this card for 1 and then move up to there for 2.
That's fair enough. But what about the units that are left on this card? Who's going to order them forward if there's no officer present?
Well, the officer can come back.
Okay.
Okay, if necessary. We've now got a local reserve for that row. So we've got enough troops there at the present moment on that card to deal with any situation currently that might occur from here or here.
Okay. Right.
And we can bring, and the XO can move back, of course, again, not being marked exposed. Depends on if the XO actually gets an order next time. And the sergeant who's got has got 1 left might be okay where he is. So it's a bit of working out what's the priority is, but having a little local reserve for each row, because we can't move diagonally, could be useful.
So the XO's got 2 orders, did you say? Yeah, he's got 2, and he's expending 1 to move onto his card now.
And that's it.
Yeah, he's just done it. Yeah. So he's got 1 order remaining.
And he's not going to use it. He's banking it.
He's banking it. Okay, fine.
Banking it. Right. Okay. So that now moves us onto the general initiative.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to draw a card, that will tell us how many of them we got.
Okay, here we go.
We've got 3 because we're looking at the little number there. Okay. So, sir, I reckon we need at least 1 for our 2 exposed guys that are going to have to deal with potential contacts. That's the 1 on this card and the 1 on this card.
Now, they can look for cover there because it's quite exposed. There's no...
That's right. I would suggest they look for cover, yes.
Yeah.
And then as we got 3, go back on your suggestion, the artillery FO, he moves over to this card.
Yeah, okay, let's do that then.
Does that sound like a plan?
Yeah.
Okay. So, well, that one's the easy one, isn't it? Because there's no
Yeah.
card draw required. So he moves over to that
And he's
card.
not exposed.
And he's not exposed. Right. So, drawing for this platoon
He's 2.
is 2 cards.
Looking for cover, so I'll draw 2 cards. Here we go.
With the word cover. No.
Blank.
Excellent.
Cover, we got it. Look at that.
Look at that.
Cover.
Okay, so I'll mark that there.
Cool.
Okay, which
Whoops.
is useful because that means you didn't have to use his smoke up. All right, and then the other one over here, that's got 3.
So he was looking for cover. So once he's found it, he automatically goes in.
He automatically goes in, yes.
Right. Okay.
Okay. So on this card, the assault team is looking for cover, and this time they're drawing 3 cards. All right, can I get lucky on this one? No. No.
No.
Oh,
Yes.
yes.
Cool. 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 Cool.
All right, so that is good.
For the assault team.
The assault team in the cover.
They've also got smoke if they need it.
Needs smoke. Well, he can't use it this round, but definitely next round if he decides to move any further forward. Right.
Yeah.
So that's our general initiative done. Now, if I come to the sequence of play, okay, we have completed everything on this card down to here.
Yeah. So we're up to.
So we're just under initiative. We're now going into the 3.4, which is the first one on the second row, offensive missions, combat patrols, enemy activity phase. Well, the enemy haven't got anyone on the board at the present moment, so there is nothing to activate on that. So we move down to the next step, which is the mutual capture retreat phase. Well, there's no one neutral to do it to. There's no capture segment because there's no enemy. There's no retreat segment because there's no enemy. So nothing's happening there. Moving down, we now go to the combat vehicle movement phase. Well, guess what? We have no vehicles. So that ain't happening either. Moving down to the next step, which is 3.7 on that card, fire mission update segment. There are no fire missions at the present moment. So there's nothing to update there. Next step is the potential contact evaluation segment. Yes, there is. We now have to work out on those cards where our 2 guys who found cover, what do they activate? So it says there, for each card with a PC marker and a friendly unit, draw the number of action cards indicated on the potential contact draw chart phase on the I'm out of breath, PC marker and the current activity level. Okay, so we'll look now. These are done in alpha order. So if you've got any A's, you do them first. If you've got any B's, you do them, and then finally do the C's. In amongst the same letter, you randomly determine which one you activate first.
Right. Okay.
On this card, we have a B. So that one is done before that one. And if
That's
they were both,
C.
if they were both B's, then we'd dice. Well, not dice. It's not dice, is it?
Right.
Or a card to see which one we do first.
Mm.
Right, so that potential contact B, if I bring up the card here, right, type of PC marker with no contact is a B, is automatically, so that automatically activates. So someone is there, or something is there.
Mm.
Okay, I'm just going to mark that there to show this is the card we're working on. I do like the use of pawns, Captain Cherry. That was an excellent suggestion. So you definitely learned something at West Point there. Okay. Right. How do we determine what this force is? So in the booklet, do you think it worthwhile I show on the booklet where we go from here?
Yeah, why not?
Bring up the page.
You can.
Yeah. Okay. So let me just skim to the side. Right. We have over here the actual mission booklet, which Tabletop Simulator has very kindly given us. So if I skip through the pages, why is it not bringing up the page? Let me put.
There you go.
Oh, it was just delayed. Okay. Right, it's not doing it.
Not working for you?
No. Let me pause for a second. Oh, all right.
I'm running through it.
Okay. Right. Keep going.
So which page do we want?
We want page 17.
And we're currently on 13.
Yeah.
That
Right, so these are the mission pages. So go to the next one.
Right.
And then the next one. That's the actual battle map that tells us the setup. No, that's the HQ events table. So if I over my...
This is 16, I think. Is this 16?
Yeah, that's the one we want. All right. So this is split. If I zoom in into various sections, you've got the North Korean contact packages. We're looking at this column here in the middle. Well, it's a PCB table.
Yeah.
And then it's got a random number from 1 to 10. So it tells us what, and then whatever number we draw, then it tells us what package that we get, and the packages are above it.
Right.
Okay. So
back to the card draw.
Go back to the card draw. If you want to draw a card, see what we've got there.
And we're looking under 10, aren't we? So
10 is number 4.
Number 4.
So number 4 on PCB is package 2. Package 2 is a strong point. So it's a squad in a trench plus a heavy machine gun in a bunker. If it had been PCA, they would have also had a leader there.
Right.
Okay. So again, I'm going to go back to the chart, to the booklet, and show. Right. So zooming in. So PCB with you drew a 4. That tells us package 2. Package 2 on here tells us it's a strong point. Squad in a trench with a plus a HMG team in a bunker. And if it had been a PCA, they would have added a leader on a random draw of 1 out of 2. Now, it's not a PCA because it was a PCB. It then tells us in the next column, place a PDF or volume and stroke volume of fire. The answer is yes. So they are going to be shooting at us. Next column, are they spotted? No. So we can't see them, so we will not be able to shoot back. Rude, but there we go. And then it tells us maximum line of sight and range. So it tells us roughly where to place them. They're going to be at maximum line of sight and range. To work out next where they actually go, maximum line of sight or range, it hasn't put another table there. Or is it because there's no diagonals? Good point. It's going to be on the same column as we are. So if I go back here, all right, this was activated from, where's my red pawn? There he is. This was activated from here. They're going to be at maximum line of sight and range along this column.
Right.
Okay, because it hasn't given us an option for it to be to the left or to the right.
Yep.
Okay. Under the North Korean packages, it says placement direction is always straight ahead.
Right.
Okay. So what we've got to look at there is, all right, who can see this card?
Well, this card.
This card can definitely see it, but
it's not maximum.
That's when you look at that card. That card can definitely see it because they're on a hill.
Yes.
Is the hill behind them any higher? The answer is no.
No.
Right. So they can't see from there. So that's where they will be placed. So we're going to pause now and set this all up.
Okay.
Okay. So I've set that all up. We've got on here now, this is the enemy card. We've got the heavy machine gun.
Yeah, on this one here.
Yeah. He's inside the bunker. On the bunker here, it shows you he's got a +3 cover. You can have 4 steps in it, and it shows a little arrow there. Now that's the direction it's firing at.
Right.
So if we had a unit on this card here, he couldn't fire on them from the heavy machine gun at all.
Right.
He'd have to come out of the bunker to be able to do that. He starts with 6 ammo.
Mm-hmm.
The squad is in the trench. It's got 3 steps on it. They are unspotted. Anything that's on that card is unspotted. We can try and spot either one of those units, and as soon as one becomes spotted, they all become spotted. The primary direction of fire is straight down at the unit that activated them, which was on this card here. That heavy machine gun is popping out a automatic weapons of fire, which is the A, and it can do it at very long range. The way the ranges work, adjacent card is close. One card additional on top of that is long, and then one card even further is very long. So that's everything there. It's got the volume of fire. That is that. B counter dissolved. We can stick that on our accumulated experience points table.
Okay, so that card's resolved. So now we go to this one, don't we?
Now we go to that one. The one thing we've got to change now is we do now have contact.
Contact.
Yes. Because we've changed that to number 2. Show contact.
Yeah.
How do we know it's contact? If we bring this card up over here, it tells us that contact is one friendly occupied or enemy occupied card is under a volume of fire, which we are, or at least one spotted enemy is on the map. Only one of those is applying, which is the one friendly occupied is under a volume of fire. So we've gone to contact.
Okay.
So for the C, so you go type of PC marker is C, and we move along to contact. We are drawing 3 cards to determine if C has got anybody there. So if you'd like to draw 3 cards there, Captain Cherry.
Okay, let's bring the markers on. And it's the word contact we don't want to see, but let's draw.
Yeah, it's the word contact we don't want to see. So it's 1, 2. Right, so that is nothing. And that's why you do them in the alpha order.
Did I draw 3 cards?
You did draw 3. Yeah, you did draw 3.
Right. Okay.
Keep in mind, Captain Sergeant Wilson is keeping his little beadies on you. Yes, sir, you did draw 3 cards. It's okay, sir, don't worry. Right, okay, so that you got to get into the role playing of these games too. This is part of the fun. Okay, so that completes that phase of the game, which was the potential contact evaluation segment. Next, we have pinned recovery segment. Anyone that's pinned on a card with no volume of fire can recover automatically. We don't have that situation. We now have the combat effects segment, where we've only got one unit under a combat effect, which is our little guy here, who's exposed in the open under a volume of fire from a heavy machine gun. Could be unpleasant. Right, so we add all the modifiers up. So there's a -1 automatic weapons fire. We're exposed, that's another -2, so it's net -3, but we do have cover, which gives us +1. So it's a net -2 on that shot. Would you like to draw the cards, sir?
Okay.
-2, unfortunately, is a hit. Okay, draw another card to see what the hit effect is. Now, he is a line unit, so we look at the line, and the first letter on there is a C. He is a casualty. He's been taken out. All right, so the smoke is dropped. He becomes... Where's the casualty? Full of casualty, there it is. All right, and the lat is deleted. All right, we can drop that smoke. Casualties don't occupy positions. I put them just outside the counter.
Right.
That was unfortunate, but there's nothing we could have done about that, really. That's why we send forward assault teams rather than a whole squad. Because the squad had lost a casualty plus something else additional. The only saving grace there is the enemy machine gun did use up some ammo to do that. So that goes down to 5 ammo. Okay, that's the only combat. and they're still not spotted. We actually have to go forward to spot them. Next up is the cleanup phase, where we press the button at the bottom there to clean up what's been going on. You want to do that, sir? Down here.
I'm having a few problems, Aaron. I don't know if you can hear me, but I'm having a few problems.
I can hear you perfectly.
Getting TTS to work.
Okay. Is it having a bit of a freeze? Is it? Shall I pause?
Yeah.
Captain Cherry's come out of hiding. I don't know if you're having a urination or subject, but he's starting to move again. The last thing we've got to do is the clean-up phase. If you want to click that button, and that gets rid of all the exposed and so forth.
There you go.
Right, turn marker has moved on to turn 3. Yep, we move these all up to these sections here.
Yep.
Okay. And that moves across to there. Right. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to end this video here. This will be the end of, if we can do one turn per video, that seems about right. I mean, this has been going for just over 50 minutes. So I know we're going quite detailed the rules. We're going to ease up a little bit on the rules in the latter videos. But whilst we're explaining some new things, because Brendan, you're here to learn, isn't it? Essentially. So
that's right.
Ask any questions that we do new. Once we do it once or twice, I don't want to keep repeating. If people want to see those things again, go back to the first episode. Shh. Okay, so I'll end that here. I'll say goodbye to you now, Brendan, and then I'll see you on the next video.
Yeah, thanks, Aaron, and goodbye, guys. Thanks for watching.
First casualty. Enemy heavy machine gun in a bunker. Enemy squad. And we're out of range. And we haven't even spotted them. Oh, wow, that gives us a lot to do. Yeah, I hope that was useful to everybody. As I say, Brendan's learning the game as we're going through. That's why we are going through a lot of detail with the rules. I plan to, from this point onwards, sort of decreasing that, especially if we've been doing it several times. I'll say what phase we're in. I did note, and I will mention that in the turn 3 video, that I skipped the enemy HQ activation. Because I said there's no enemy on the board. They still get to activate the HQ. So you're never going to get this game perfect. There's just too much to remember. But I don't think it'll have too much effect. Especially with that bloody now heavy machine gun in a bunker with a squad in a trench. As I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, give us a like. If you didn't, let me know why. Because the only way I'm going to improve is if you guys let me know. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. Already. And yeah, any comments, always much appreciated. If you would like to financially support the channel, you can give me a super thanks, or you could become a channel member. It all helps by extra equipment, sound effects, and etc. Enough of that YouTube nonsense. Moving on, remember, play games, have fun, buy internet,